In the grim darkness of the far future, where everyone is screaming and hitting each other with chainsaws, a select few individuals realize that standing 3 miles away with a scope is a much better career choice. Warhammer 40K sniper lore proves that no matter how advanced a civilization gets, nothing beats a really well-placed bullet, laser, or dimension-shattering energy beam. Take the Imperium of Man, for instance. They have the Vindicare assassins, who are essentially the galaxy's ultimate introverts. These genetically modified hyper-soldiers will sit in a pile of rubble without moving, breathing, or blinking for 3 weeks, just to shoot a Chaos Warlord in his third eye. Then you have the Ratlings, who are basically space hobbits with a severe attitude problem and military-grade rifles. They are tiny, they steal your rations, and they will pop a hole in your helmet from across a continent. If you want something heavier, the Space Marines deploy Eliminator Squads. These guys wear high-tech cloaks that make them look like rocks and shoot literal heat-seeking micro-thrusted exploding bullets. If you hide behind a wall, their bullets will actively turn a corner just to ruin your day. If you think humans are annoying, the Space Elves, known as the Eldari, take sniping to an arrogant art form. Their rangers are angsty outcasts who wander the galaxy wearing magic camouflage cloaks, carrying long rifles that fire bullets wrapped in psychic energy. Their premier sniper, Illic Nightspear, is so ridiculously overpowered that he walks through secret dimensions, pops into reality, takes a shot that pierces microscopic gaps in power armor, and slips away before the shell casing even hits the floor. Meanwhile, the Necrons, who are angry, ancient metal skeletons, decided that regular physics was too mainstream for assassinations. Their snipers, the Death Marks, don't even bother sitting in bushes. They chill out in a literal pocket dimension outside of space-time, playing the sci-fi equivalent of solitaire until an enemy commander shows up. Then, they put a glowing green digital target on the guy's head, teleport into reality right behind him, and use synaptic disintegrators to liquefy his brain chemistry across multiple dimensions simultaneously. Not to be outdone in the tech department, the Toe Empire approached sniping like a high-end Silicon Valley startup. Instead of putting actual people at risk, their firesight marksmen sit back safely in bunkers and use iPads to control a small army of flying AI sniper drones. These drones carry rail rifles that use electromagnetic fields to launch metal slugs at hypervelocity, essentially turning the target into a fine mist before anyone even hears the gunshot. Then we have the Orcs, who fundamentally do not understand how sniping is supposed to work because they believe a gun is only good if it makes a loud Daka sound. However, the Bloodaxe clan thinks outside the box with their commandos. An Orc sniper will glue a magnifying glass to a wildly inaccurate, heavily vibrating machine gun, wrap himself in some purple paint, because Orcs believe purple is the stealthiest color, and hide behind a conspicuously small bush. He will still miss his target completely, but the sheer psychological horror of a 9-foot-tall green monster yelling "sneaky" from a ditch is enough to win the battle anyway. Finally, the Chaos factions just take regular Imperial snipers and add demons. Their marksmen get physically fused to their rifles by dark magic, firing crystallized warp toxins that melt people from the inside out, guided by evil cosmic deities who apparently have nothing better to do than help a cultist hit a trick shot.